suffer. Every night, I can feel my leg and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Well, Mr. Obvious here, and today we are going to be talking about quite a few stories currently in the news. Now, first things first, I want to say happy Father's Day. I know there's a lot of people talking about Juneteenth, whatever that's supposed to be, made up holiday, whatever. For me, it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. I want to talk about the state of this country. Here on the Post-Millennial, a woke Hawaii teacher gets busted for grooming a 13-year-old. And I want to talk about the Justice Amy Coney Barrett situation, where a bunch of pro-abortion activists showed up to her home covered in blood. But we're going to talk about that, folks, and more. And before we do, remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for updates for future content. If you like content like this, please share them with your family and friends and online. And now, a word from our sponsor. Introducing Webull. Webull is a trading app where you can buy and sell stocks and cryptocurrency. Open a Webull account today and deposit any amount of money, even $1, and you could get up to 6 free stocks worth up to $9,000. My friends, it's basically free money. So download the app, install Webull, deposit a few bucks, and you're gonna get those free stocks, my friends. Join Webull today by clicking the affiliate link down below. And we're back. All right, folks, let's jump right in. So here we are on the Post-Millennial. A woke teacher is busted for grooming a 13-year-old and recording a video of him inappropriately touching this child. I don't know how else to say it. Now, here's the funny thing. On June 17th, Libs of TikTok posted the following tweets. You can see here. This teacher was just arrested for reportedly having intercourse with a 13-year-old student while recording it. Here you can see Alden Bunag. This is the Twitter account of the woke teacher. They say, "You're effing acting like we want to show kids illicit material or something. But something I've learned through the years is that whenever right-wingers accuse others of something, it's definitely because they're projecting." Shortly after this tweet, this person was arrested for filming and distributing child illicit material. The irony could not be more palatable. Here on their Twitter bio, you can see Alden Bunag, socialist, high school teacher, fighter for a better society for my students to graduate into. Maybe you should stop graduating into students yourself. This just goes to show you that when the left accuses conservatives of doing bad things, they are actually the ones doing it. The left always projects. So here the story says, a teacher from Hawaii admitted to recording himself having intercourse with a 13-year-old student and sharing the footage, along with hundreds of other images and videos depicting underage illicit materials. Jesus. Alden Bunag first appeared in court Thursday in Honolulu and remains in custody. Not only that, he was sharing this material with other teachers. A teacher in Philadelphia, according to KHON. The other teacher was arrested in October and exchanged more than 3,300 messages, hundreds of which contained illegal sexual material of underage children. That is what they were doing. And this is living proof. This story right here proves that conservatives were right all along. These woke teachers are literal groomers, are actually trying to groom kids. What more proof do you need? Now, moving on, let's talk about Amy Coney Barrett. Here we are on the Daily Mail. Pro-abortion activists in blood-soaked outfits brandish toy dolls outside Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett's Virginia home and say that ending Roe v. Wade will trigger a spike in forced births.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
I have a lot to say about this story. I just find it incredible that there's so many of these feminist activists who are always going around talking about abortion. Do you know how much birth control we have these days? We got condoms, we got birth control, we got spermicide, we got female condoms. There is so much birth control out there. If you get pregnant, I'm sorry, it's your fault. And of course, the feminists get enraged. They say, how dare you defy my right to choose? Maybe you could choose to close your legs. I should be able to do whatever I want. Have reckless sex with 25 men in a single day. That's what feminism means. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Here the story says, I'm sorry. Okay. Here the story says, pro-abortion activists dressed in blood-soaked outfits and brandishing dolls held a protest outside the home of Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett on Saturday as the court is poised to overturn Roe v. Wade. Yes, a lot of people are angry because the Supreme Court is talking about ending Roe v. Wade, which would essentially remove the Supreme Court mandate that protects abortion. This would essentially make abortion a state's issue. Each individual state would decide for themselves whether or not they want to legalize or illegalize abortion. States like Texas would probably ban abortion. States like California would probably legalize abortion. At the end of the day, life wouldn't change for most of these pro-abortion activists, right? Now, the real funny part of this is that if the Supreme Court, and I hope they do, they say they will, if the Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade, oh boy, that is going to be so good for red states. You want to know why? Because this means that all the Democrats who moved to red states like Texas are going to be forced or encouraged to leave. You have the situation where lots of people are coming from California to Texas because California sucks. And there's this pattern of Democrats running away from blue states, going to red states, and then voting for more Democrats, voting for the same policies that destroyed their states. Almost like a virus, moving from one host to the other. So imagine if they illegalize abortion in red states, well, those Democrats are going to have to leave, and honestly, that would be amazing. By all means, go to your blue state utopia like California. All right? All right. Now, I want to show you this. There's this disgusting clip posted by Libs of TikTok, and it shows a woman arguing why she wants legal abortion. Here on Twitter, she says, I would get pregnant just to kill it.
Yo, these dumbasses were making a live on TikTok, and they were explaining about how, pro-life is good, abortions are bad, yada, all this and that, and I had to pop in and give my 2 cents, and they were like, they're babies, it's a human, humans have rights, and you're gonna kill it? That's a murder. And I'm like, listen, bitch, I would get pregnant just to abort it. You can't argue with me, okay? I'm psycho. I would...
Just a reminder that this person can vote. But that brings us to the fun story of the day. Joe Biden fell off his bike. Here we are in Breitbart. Report, Joe Biden falls off his bike after his foot gets stuck. We've all seen the clip at this point. Joe Biden was riding a bike, came to a complete stop, and then for no reason fell over. It was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen as an American citizen. Here on Twitter with James Woods. James Woods says, Mr. Potato Head is funny though. He has zero news value, of course, but is always good for an unintentional chuckle. Let's look at this clip.
Radio's narrative for months has been that Joe Biden is falling apart. You just heard Ben Shapiro say it, falling apart.
This is Brian Stelter. He was the former host, or is he still hosting the show, of Reliable Sources. And here someone made a meme showing an old clip of Brian Stelter talking about Joe Biden. The headline says, at Reliable Sources over the airwaves, an alternate reality. Basically, he was claiming that conservatives live in an alternate reality because Biden at the time was riding bikes and he was clearly so healthy. You see, it's not conservatives who live in an alternate reality. It's Democrats. Democrats live in a world that doesn't exist. It's just like the headline from The Atlantic that said, the heroism of Biden's bike fall. Here they say, the president gracefully illustrated an important lesson for all Americans. When we fall, we must get back up. Yeah. You had left-wing news outlets literally trying to make Biden's bike catastrophe sound like a good thing. You want to talk about an alternate reality? These leftists and these Democrats and liberal types are not living in reality. They live in an alternate universe. Biden is literally falling over. He's mumbling incoherently. He doesn't know where he is. He barely knows who he is. And you got Brian Stelter over there. Biden is riding a bike. He's so healthy. Don't believe your lying eyes. Yeah, well, I'm not blind. I see Biden, and he's a massive embarrassment. But you know, as CNN says, it's that darn Putin gravity hike. Oh, I can't believe Putin did this. He took out Biden like that. That's so wrong. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know by commenting down below in the comment section. As always, support the channel by joining me on Patreon or Subscribestar, as this channel is currently supported by viewers like you. Be sure to check out that Webull affiliate. Again, all you have to do is make an account, put in some funds, like you could literally put anything in there, like 10 bucks, 50 bucks, whatever you want. You're gonna get 6 free stocks that could be worth up to $9,000. That simple. So check that out. Anyways, thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you all next time.